I want to introduce you to someone very special in my life. This is her. Laura Ann Berger, born on the 23rd day of July in 1964. Growing up in New York in a family of 6, she graduated from Southern Connecticut with a degree in early childhood education. Ever since then, she's gone on to work endless jobs, all somehow revolving around helping others. I don't know where I would be without her, not just because she's my mother, but because of her enormous heart, ambition, belief in others, and her endless strength.
I've known Laura for at least 26 years. We got married in 1993. She's always on the go. She wants to do things. She's upbeat. She's done businesses. She's had a bunch of them. She's doing home staging now, working. She's done a lot of the staging, Smoke and Mirrors, her past company doing it. Design work, doing the thing though that I've seen is she basically single-handedly saved Fawn Lake. There's a lot of people in town that don't even realize now that it's getting funded and to the tune of only a couple $1 million, that if she didn't stay with it and push and get the groups together and have them meeting at our house and making the awareness and sending photographs and postings and all of the things that she did. Having concerts down there to create awareness, it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have. It would have dried up. It'd probably be a soccer field right now. But she did it, and it was incredible.
When I realized I had the stroke, actually I didn't really realize it until the next day. I went to stand up, and I spun completely around. I don't know how I stayed standing up, but I'd lost, the whole left side was just not working. I felt my brain explode almost like fireworks. It was sort of slow motion. I just kept seeing these white lights flashing. You can't accept what's happening to you, that it could be something as severe as a stroke or a heart attack or whatever it is someone's going through. And I just wanted to be as normal as possible. So I put my arms and my legs up like this, and I walked all the way down the hall. I had to get downstairs because in my mind I had to go let the dog out. I had to feed him. I had to feed the cats. You just want to know that you can be normal again, so then there's nothing wrong. I couldn't stand on my left leg. I couldn't stand on two legs with my eyes closed. Couldn't walk more than 100 feet. And now, a year and a half later, I'd say my core and my balance is really strong again, but interestingly enough, my muscle tone hasn't come back to where I'd like it to be. So I've developed different muscles at this point from where I started from. It was probably 6 months before I actually really got heavily back into the gym again. So I'd say I'm getting to that 7, 8 number for a core, but maybe a 5 for the muscle tone. So it just gives me something to work on and strive for.
Gosh, we've been together, I'd say, at least 6 or 7 years, probably. The great thing about it is I knew Laura before the stroke, so I knew what her capabilities were. And she was very advanced. She could do a lot of one-legged things, balanced things on unstable surfaces. So when I saw her after the stroke, I had a direct comparison. Her improvement has been dramatic. I mean, nobody's more astonished than I am, and it's so rewarding to see. She struggles as she goes through it, but she just keeps persevering. And I've just seen her succeed to the point that I think today we're close, in my opinion, to matching where she was before. My face was fairly normal. My body movements were very disjointed. I had to think every movement I made. If I lifted my arm up or I put my foot forward, I had to think. Lift your toes, heel down first, lift with, bend at the knee, lift your hip. I had to think every motion I took when I was bringing my hand to my face or my mouth. Or you don't realize how much you just do, your body does automatically. And then when you have the stroke, it's so much effort to think, to swallow. It's amazing. So I've got a true appreciation for what a miracle our bodies are. She's pretty amazing.
Yeah, you're pretty cool.
You're amazing. She is.
And she is amazing. She's now more than ever staying busy doing what she loves.
Realtors send me to their clients' houses, and I walk through the home with the clients and discuss with them what they need to do to prepare their homes for sale. And I write reports for that. And the other project I work on in the summertime are gardens. My one I want to focus on more is doing healing gardens. And that's working with someone who there's some struggle in their life to get their community to come around them. And we'll create a perennial garden in their yards so that they have a place of going for healing and hope. So I think the biggest silver lining is basically appreciating what I have, even though it's hard some days to get up or move on or just to do another 1,000 steps. And it sucks because I feel really lousy sometimes, and some days I say, how am I going to do this again? Go through another day like this. But then I look at what other people are going through, and it's okay. A lot of people would want to trade places with me with what I have compared to what they're going through. And I'll get there, and I'm strong, I'm resilient. I've got great family and friends around me who are here to support me, and I'll make it through. And I think the one big takeaway is to remember that everybody's battling something inside, and nobody has a perfect life. Take that into consideration when you see somebody that's annoying you, that you have no idea what battles they might be fighting, even though they look perfectly fine on the outside.